Hey, welcome to your second trimester. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you've made it this far. Congratulations. This is a really big milestone. Hopefully you're feeling better. I know I am. Just turned a corner. When did you turn a corner? What would you say?
Right at 14 weeks.
14 weeks. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Amber and I are going to chat about some of the decisions you're coming up to. You know, you've got your first ultrasounds. There's talk about gender. Are you going to find out? Are you not? So we're just going to dig in. Before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification so you don't miss out on a thing, and comment below and let us know when you're due because you can finally announce it. So we'd love to hear all about our fellow 2020 babies.
I know it.
I can't believe we're going to have 2020 babies.
We sure are.
It's 2020. Welcome to the 20s.
Yeah, I know it. Roaring 20s, a brand new decade to welcome little ones. So
yeah, it's pretty
exciting.
fun. It'll be fun to say they're born in the 20s. Anyways, so I know I came up to the first big decision, which is the NT scan. That's the ultrasound and blood test you can do at around 11 to 13 weeks. So in Canada, they really kind of push for it. So we did it. But I know you guys have a little bit of a different experience
here
in the States.
The States, it's kind of discretionary, well, at least here in California. So you can opt in or opt out if you want to do it. And then once you do your ultrasound, if there's anything that kind of piques any concerns, then, you know, the doctors might encourage to test a little bit further. But yeah, it's totally optional at this point.
So what did you decide to do?
I decided to not go for it and just enjoy the pregnancy. I didn't want to be stressed out or because, you know, there's the false negatives and the false positives and everything else in between that can come up. So
Absolutely.
I just decided to not go and do the test at all.
Oh, and disclosure, we're both pregnant with our seconds. You are
20 weeks.
20 weeks, and I am 13 and a half weeks-ish, I think. I think I'm 13 weeks. I don't know. I've lost track. I'm in my second trimester. That's all that matters now. So with my first, I opted out as well. And in Canada, they were kind of like, are you sure? Like, they really pushed for it. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't change my decision. I don't want to stress. I'm really into having, like, a very calm, peaceful pregnancy. That was, like, my big priority. It was like,
Definitely.
I need harmony. I mean, now that I'm pregnant with my second, it's like, sure, I want harmony, but also, like, please don't eat that. And, like, what are you doing? And you're stressing me out, child. So it's a little different.
It is definitely different the second time around.
Yeah.
You have another little one that you're caring for. So I get that.
Yeah. But anyway, so, like, we were going to opt out of it. And then actually when I followed up with my OB, he really pushed me into it. So we did do it the first time around and we did it the second time around. Thankfully, we've had all good results, so
Good.
Didn't add any stress, thankfully. But I know I've heard like so many horror stories, so I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. But
Exactly. Yeah, like you said, it didn't change your decision, and for me, it doesn't change my decision, which is why I decided not to go with it unless something piques some concern in the latest scan that just happened. So going forward, you know, if that needs to be done, then of course we'll do it. But as of right now, it's a no.
do people do the blood test here?
Yes.
What?
To find out gender early?
Yes.
Yes.
That's like the new thing, eh?
It is.
I've been hearing a lot about it. So it costs in Canada, like I know you guys pay for everything here, so I don't know how it works. But in Canada, it's an extra $500 to do.
Okay.
So unless you've gone through fertility treatment and stuff, I believe it might be covered under that process. We didn't do it because, I mean, I didn't want to pay $500, and I was like, I can wait. But did you, like, think about it at all?
A few of my girlfriends, they were like, oh, you can go to an external clinic because the doctors typically won't do it. But there are facilities that definitely do the early blood draw to find out the gender.
Yeah.
But for me, I wasn't such a big rush to find out. So I just waited until the anatomy scan with my daughter. But this time around, we're not finding out at all.
That's exciting.
So we will find out what we're having on the baby's birthday.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
And you didn't do that with your first, right?
We didn't, right. So we found out what we were having, our little girl, at the anatomy scan, at like the 20-week checkup, right around there. And I just had my 20-week ultrasound, and first thing I said when I saw the tech, I'm like, we're not finding out. And then my husband was like, "Are you sure?"
That moment.
Yeah.
Now or never.
And then I was like, well, he's like, "We're so close. Like, we could definitely find out. We're right here." And I said, I'd rather just have like one really big, grandiose surprise in life, and let's just let that be the baby. So
that's amazing.
So we didn't find out, and our text said that she doesn't even know what we're having, which I think is questionable. But
she just tells you that in case she slips up, so you don't like read into it. Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. We didn't find out with our first, actually, so we got to have that big surprise, and it was actually pretty amazing because I ended up in an unplanned C-section, I guess. It wasn't quite an emergency, but not planned. We tried to birth the other way, and paths changed. So it was really kind of special that like we still had this moment to hold on to where it was like finding out the baby's gender. So as I was kind of mourning the change of events and how my baby was going to come out, when my baby did come out and they announced it's a girl, it was still just that same overwhelming like tears and amazement and oh my gosh, it actually is a girl. Everyone was telling me I was having a boy, and it was so fun to keep my family guessing.
Oh yeah,
because it drove them nuts.
I bet, especially with the first one.
Yeah,
right. Everybody this time around, everybody has been so wonderful and gracious and. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're not finding out. How exciting. Nobody's giving me any grief about it at this point, which I was expecting a lot of backlash for not finding out the gender, but I think maybe because it's the second time around.
Yeah.
People are also kind of excited to see what we end up having. So
that's fun. You're gonna enjoy
find out in a few months.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy everyone trying the wives' tales on you and the guessing games. And I had strangers come up to me and like make some like guesses on what it was. It was really fun, and everyone was wrong.
But the thing is, you guys, there's a 50-50 chance it's a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
You know?
At the end of the day, it's a baby. You walk away with the baby, so that's a success right there.
So I was like, it really doesn't matter a whole lot.
Oh, my family was like, I want to make them clothes. Like, how will I know what color to use for the knitting? And I'm like,
gray and white, guys.
Neutrals.
Perfect.
Yeah, like, I don't care. I'll put them in pink, I'll put them in blue, whatever sparks your interest. Like, it's all good.
It doesn't matter. They're babies.
Exactly.
They don't know the difference.
Yeah. So we are finding out, though. That all being said, we are finding out this time around, which is kind of surprising me, too. And will surprise my family, so we're going to put this out after we tell them. Because we're not telling them we're finding out. We're still keeping them in suspense.
Are you doing a gender reveal for them?
I'm not really like a big gender reveal kind of person. Like, I like watching them and I think they're cute. It's just not, my husband and I aren't like center of attention people. So that sounds weird. Sorry. My husband and I aren't like good with being the center of attention is a better way to say it. So we like get really kind of weird with those events. Like, I'd rather put an event on for someone else than have one for me. So we're going to do like just handing my family like an envelope and just being like, oh, you should read this that we got. And then they'll be like, you found out? Like, what? So, and we decided, like, we're going to have the doctor, I'm actually using a midwife, but, like, we're going to have them write on a piece of paper and put it in an envelope. So, like, we are going to find out in the office because I just feel like that's so not romantic. Like, I don't know. It's just so, like...
very clinical.
Yeah, and I won't be emotional, and I'll kind of be held back because there's someone else in the room. And, again, we don't like the attention thing, so it's kind of weird. So we're going to go, like, to a restaurant or somewhere with our daughter and all find out together and have our own little moment.
Very special.
So, yeah, and the reason we're finding out is because just, like, a couple things. I just feel like this pregnancy was a little rocky in the beginning, so it was already kind of a bit of a stressful start. And I just feel like I need to, like, feel more organized this time around. I just think with the other one at home, I just want to be able to have, like, the clothes ready. We have boxes and boxes and boxes we're storing of girl clothes where my husband's like, if we don't need this, like, I want to get rid of this. So, like, I want all this space back. So, you know, our girls are both 4, right?
Yeah.
So we have 4 years of girl clothes we've been holding on to. Plus, we're getting hand-me-down still from, like, her older cousins. So I probably have, like, 6 years worth of clothes.
I probably have a good amount stocked up, too. So,
yeah.
But if it's a boy, well, then, you know, we'll deal with it at that point. But... I might be wearing pink for a few months.
And that's totally fine. It's just like whatever you feel like you can manage, right? So, yeah, for me, my husband and I, we didn't think we were going to find out. And then we kind of talked to it and we're like, I think we need to find out. I really would like to just like be able to plan and prepare
definitely.
and and I don't know. I didn't think I'd be that person. I'm
I
being
see
that
both
person.
sides of the coin. It was very nice to get my daughter's room and nursery all set up that she never slept in. So
well, that's right, because you guys go.
Yeah.
That's another time. Go sleep is a
that
whole
was
nother
very
topic.
fun.
Yeah.
But it was a nice playroom. So
Especially now, right?
yeah, definitely now.
So I guess like the next big thing that happens usually once you see a baby in an ultrasound is you let people know.
Typically.
Right? So, I mean, my family and close friends already kind of knew, but I don't know about you.
Yeah, I kept it kind of personal for a little while. Close family, close friends, kind of let them in on our little surprise. But we didn't make the big at-large announcement via social media until about 18 or 19 weeks into the pregnancy. And not because there were any complications or anything like that, but, it's kind of a special time in people's lives, and you get to make the decision of when you make that announcement. And we just wanted to hold off a little while until we felt ready.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like, I feel like with the first, it was kind of like as soon as we could tell everyone we needed to, like, we're going to be parents, this is huge. Because you're like making that big life transition. And not with that it's any less special with your second, but it does feel like something I kind of want to hold on to a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I totally get that. So, like, I'm only 13 weeks. We haven't done anything on social media yet. All my family and friends and coworkers and people around me all the time know.
Right.
I mean, I couldn't hide it very long, so they knew very early. Which was relieving, but like I'm not ready to. I don't know if I will. Like, kind of find it fun leaving people guessing. Like, is that a baby tummy? And like seeing at what point people will start to be like, "You're pregnant, aren't you?" Or like
Keep them guessing.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, but I mean, I'm going to be putting out videos like this, so I guess it'll be out eventually.
You'll find out at some point in time.
Yes, hi guys, I'm pregnant. Surprise! Maybe this is my announcement. Oh my goodness. Anyways, thanks so much for sticking around and listening to us chit chat about some of these options you're coming up to. We're really like two sides of the coin here in terms of decision making this time around. So I mean, there's no wrong way, and you got to do what you're comfortable with, and what feels right for you and your partner. And best of luck with the rest of your second trimester, and the third is a whole nother
ball game.
Oh goodness.
Coaching.
Yeah, it's like first trimester, all the new challenges. Anyways, we're not there yet. Let's enjoy the second and the energy we're getting, and not being sick anymore, and being able to tell people. So thanks so much for sticking around, and good luck with everything.
Bye, guys.
Bye. What? You ready?
Yeah. We're having another girl. You're having a sister.
You're getting a baby sister.
You know that?